Thank you today for joining us with Dragonfly Radio and our viewers and listeners. Today I'm here with calling from an organization here in Greater Sudbury named the Butterfly Wings. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Joy, for having me. I always welcome an opportunity to talk about butterfly wings.
We had a few technical difficulties this morning, so we're now on a good start. I'm curious, Colleen, can you just explain a little bit of background as to why yourself personally you got involved with Butterfly Wings and what is Butterfly Wings?
Butterfly Wings are a registered charity. We provide free grief support services to families in our community that are experiencing the death of a baby through either pregnancy loss, stillbirth, newborn death, and within the first year.
Okay. And yourself, why did you connect? Did you connect to Butterfly Wings yourself as someone who was in need of the service?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is it new? How long has it been here?
We became a registered charity in 2012.
Okay.
How the idea for Butterfly Wings came about is I had a chance meeting with one of our co-founders. Her name is Shannon Pigeon, and we both had experienced personal losses.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Our losses were different, but despite that, it was such a comfort for us to be able to share together, talk about our experiences, and through that, we thought about wouldn't it be wonderful if other families in the community could sit together, share their stories, have support with other families, because it can be a very lonely and isolating experience. And I know for myself, with my husband and I, we have one beautiful girl. We do. She's 16, but we unfortunately experienced the loss of 8 babies.
Oh,
And I mean, it was devastating. We had some losses in the first trimester, and some, we had one in the second trimester, which was very traumatic and created, a lot of very traumatic images that, I certainly needed help and support for.
So you launched Butterfly Wings in 2010. Do you find that not the attendance, but the individuals in the community, you're growing in numbers?
Absolutely. From the time we've opened until now, our goal when we first started was, because we are solely volunteer based.
Okay.
So we only have, we had limited hands at the time. And as we've been growing, we've been introducing ourselves to the community slowly. Unfortunately, we have been growing. It's not an organization there where you want to see new members, but I'm sure that the feedback we get, the people are certainly grateful that we are here, and the families that have been able to meet and bond and support with one another, has been a really helpful experience.
That's awesome. You recently had a wonderful I don't want to say a wonderful celebration, because I'm not even sure how to term it correctly, politically correct.
It was the Wave of Light, and actually, in a way, it is a celebration. We're celebrating these little lives that are no longer here, but they did matter. They were significant. They were important. So it was an opportunity on October 15th, which is Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Day, that we invited families from the community to come and light a candle to honor the life of their baby or babies. And it was an emotional night, but it was a beautiful night where the families, could gather and, celebrate these little lives, no matter how brief they were. They matter in their lives.
They're part of the family.
They're part of the family, and they always will be.
If someone is looking to volunteer, do they contact your organization? Do you have a website? How do they reach out to you? Or if they need your service or they need that support?
We do have a website. We do have a Facebook page. So if anyone was interested in volunteering, absolutely, they just have to contact us directly. We certainly make some of the organizations in the community aware of our services, and our local hospital does provide our information to families when leaving the hospitals in case they want to contact us. But it is a self-referral, so it is up to the families to contact us directly.
Do you think that we should be educating our community here in Greater Sudbury, because you're here in Greater Sudbury? Are you anywhere else in the north, like if someone in Sault Ste. Marie needed to reach out, could they also access your information here? Do you have volunteers in other parts of our province?
No, currently we are in Sudbury. Our goal,
Okay.
of course, is to expand more
Yeah,
into
and I think that's
the
awesome.
north. You know, as we
Okay.
continue to grow, absolutely. You know, other communities are certainly free to contact us, but you know, we are aware that other communities do have, you know, groups in place and that. So that's not something, you know,
need to
when
do
when there's
today.
already something in place, we
Okay.
certainly wouldn't.
So if we have a viewer or a listener listening in Elliott Lake, there is something usually within their community they can reach out to also.
Some communities,
Not
not all
all?
communities,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Do you think yourself personally, obviously you can't speak for your whole organization, so this is your personal story, and I'm not a grief counselor, I'm not a therapist, we try to educate what resources are available. Is there something we could do better for you today, that if someone says, listen, I want to participate, I want to be actively involved, is there anything you think that we could do to help bring more awareness, or is what we're doing on the
I
right
think
path?
what you're doing is on the right path right now. I mean, we are a volunteer-based organization, so of course, you know, volunteers would be helpful. But you know, just spreading awareness about our services. We don't just offer group support; we do offer individual counseling, because sometimes families, you know, I mean, it's such a traumatic loss that, you know, it's a very complicated grief, and sometimes they want, you know, more than what a group can manage. They want something in addition to that. So we provide individual counseling. We do provide a lending library.
Okay.
We do the remembrance ceremonies. We provide couples counseling with the couples. You know, we do know that men and women, some, you know, they can grieve differently. So, you know, to help them work through that.
Is there a meeting time specifically that you try to, like, is it a monthly, bi-weekly, how do you run?
We meet monthly. We usually meet near the end of the month. We do have something in place called mini meetings, that if there was a group member that really felt the need for support at that moment, they could email us, which at that point I would put out an email asking if anyone was available to meet that week, and then we would certainly put together kind of a spontaneous group within a few days.
If there's a need.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
I've had an opportunity to actually have a few conversations with a couple of participants within your organization that have been actively involved, and they've always had wonderful and positive things to say about their experience and what they felt the benefits were and how they could maybe enhance somebody else. I think sometimes that get it factor, and if you've never been there as an outsider, sometimes it's hard for us to understand what they're going through and how to be able to bring education and awareness to an organization, and you know, here's a great place to go. But if you've never been there, you don't know, right? You only know what you need to know in life, and we don't have enough room upstairs to retain everything. There may be individuals that want to become part of a volunteer. Maybe they haven't had a loss, but there's been something in their personal circle. Would you be willing to be open to anybody contacting you and saying, listen, we have some free time, even if it's admin duties?
Oh, admin, fundraising, anything like that, right? Because we are solely based on private donations right now, so we don't receive funding. So, you know, and we are always looking for opportunities to fundraise so that we can continue to grow and expand our services and provide more support, not just for Sudbury, but for Northern Ontario.
So, any goals right now to get to that achievement? Like do you have anything in the back of your brain on how the community could support? Is there something that you think we could do today? I know you're not going to do a GoFundMe page or anything along that line.
No,
but I'm just curious.
That has actually been something that our board has been discussing, and we certainly you know, have some families within Butterfly Wings that have incredible ideas, and I think you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they're brainstorming,
and we love them, right? You know, so
yeah,
we'll take those on. So yeah, we just, you know, again, the more we grow, the more, you know, we're able to undertake some of those.
Well, I really appreciate you taking the time today. I know your schedule's busy to come and educate us on Butterfly Wings. Are you okay if we share your contact information, your social media page, website for any listeners or anyone who maybe thinks they might be in need to help? Maybe they just need that shoulder, right? That little bit of guidance.
That safe place.
Right? They're not alone.
Yeah.
That there is someone.
Yeah, and that's what we do. We We walk beside these families, we support them, we give them a safe place to express what, their stories, their emotions, their feeling with no judgment. And it's been quite an experience for the majority of people that have used our services, and for myself and the other founders from this organization, we've learned a lot from our families too. They're incredible, and their strength is amazing.
Well, congratulations on taking the initiative to make a difference in our community. I'm honored to be able to spend some time with you today, and I'm proud to even be able to be aware of the organization, because until just recently, myself, I was ignorant. I didn't even know there was a service in our community. I'm happy to be able to share that with individuals, and I don't want anyone to ever have to use your service. I don't want to have to say, here's a contact, but reality is it's going to happen again to someone else.
It happens every day.
Yeah.
You're looking at approximately 1 in 4 families in the community will experience the loss of a baby.
That's huge statistics.
It's huge. So, we just want to be there for those families so they don't have to walk this path alone. It's a difficult path. It's a painful path.
Because I deal with grief loss and what to do next, there's one question that's in the back of my mind that I just actually didn't think of, I just thought of now. Is our funeral directors in our community, do they provide information to the families, do you know? Would that be something that maybe we can work towards to making sure?
Absolutely.
I'm just thinking outside the box here, and I'm just kind of in the back of my brain, if they had some information we could.
They are aware of us, absolutely.
Perfect. Awesome.
And like I said, we continue to grow, and one of our goals is to create more awareness. And we've had some incredible families just over the last few weeks that have been sharing their stories. I think you heard of one of our fans, donated that cuddle pot.
Oh, what a gorgeous story.
Yeah, absolutely. So
heartbreaking.
So we have some incredible families that they have a passion for bringing awareness and helping other bereaved families. So it's a community you don't want to become involved with. You don't want to be part of this community, but we're all certainly grateful that this community is here to support one another.
Well, thank you so much for being with me today, Pauline, and sharing that story. And I'll definitely share all the information that I can about the organization on Dragonfly Radio, on our social media formats, and wherever we can, because I truly believe that it's bringing merit to our community, and it's helping those that might just need a little bit extra guidance. And just like she says, it's an amazing organization to have someone speak about, and to know that they're not alone, that there's some other parent or individual out there that has that get it factor. So thank you for joining us today, and again, till next time, thank you.